What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike, full-time Amazon media seller at your service. Today, I'm going to show you the concrete proof of exactly how much you can make doing this in a little bit of time, and how, you know, the whole idea of reselling and selling on Amazon might seem scary or scammy to some people, but we're going to cover 1 month of numbers from my personal business, right? You guys are gonna get actual concrete numbers. This is not made up. I'm not just saying, oh, you can make $10,000, you can make $5,000. Like, concrete proof. That's kind of what I've been about from day one, right? Transparency, so you guys can actually see the possibility of changing your finances in some little way, shape, or form, depending on what you have going on in your life. So we're gonna cover a P&L today. If you don't know what a P&L is, basically a profit and loss statement. When I worked at CVS, we would get these every single month. It's got a breakdown of every fee, every transaction. Of course, Amazon doesn't make it easy, right? They don't allow you to just click a P&L button. I have a spreadsheet that I work with. We'll cover that in a little bit here. First off, I want to jump into the YouTube comment of the week, right? Every week we cover the comment of the week. This one was a good one from fellow friend, and he was on the podcast as well, Antique Book Collective, right? He says, 1 hour to drive to source? No way, I would never. Meanwhile, I have days that I drive 8 hours or more for sourcing. Ha ha ha, that's the difference between running a business and working it, and people who just want a free ride. Listen, you go to his YouTube channel, right? And he seems like he's a nice little feller there, right? He's a nice little guy, but his hot takes are on point. I kind of wish he was a little bit more spicy in all of his videos, and to his credit, he has been. I'll give him credit for that. So definitely check out Antique Book Collective. Super nice guy, and yeah, he knows what it's like to drive 8 hours. I'm not driving 8 hours for nothing, right? It just ain't happening. But his business model, maybe he enjoys driving and, you know, listening to the podcast he was on repeat for 8 hours. So that was a YouTube comment of the week. Make sure you guys keep commenting. I appreciate it. I respond to every single one. Even all the trolls are like, this channel's corny, dude. You're a loser. Nobody buys stuff on Amazon. I haven't shopped on Amazon ever. I still respond to those comments. Listen, some people are just miserable in their life, and for me, I just respond back, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, don't sell on Amazon. I'll keep making all the money. Moving on. One more thing before we get into the P&L. The Discord comment of the week. So we got a private Discord, part of the YouTube membership. Over 200 media, video game tool sellers out there in Amazon. Comes to selling media on Amazon, it's the best damn group out there. Especially at the price. It should be like $299 a month, but it's $2.99. We got Pando who says, is there any way to dispute a refund? Amazon gave a buyer a refund literally 1 day after he ordered the item, stating item not received. This is obvious bullshit, and I might add, in no way my fault. I don't feel like I should be on the hook for this. Do I have any recourse? Google is less than helpful in this matter. Yeah, she's correct. And honestly, there's nothing you can do. It's part of the business with Amazon. We're going to cover return rate, like my specific return rate for the month. So you'll have kind of an idea of how many items are getting returned, how much money that is getting returned. It's Amazon. I take my boxes to UPS every single week, and everybody in UPS is returning their Amazon orders. It's just, I wish there was a something you could do, but you can't. And I guess it's kind of good that you can't, because that's why people shop on Amazon. But hey, we got Mike Shinobi over here, longtime Discord member. He answered it for me. He says, short answer, no. Just turn off those refund emails. That's exactly what I would have said. So I appreciate Mike taking care of this for me. The Discord's awesome. So many different walks of life, so many different levels of people's businesses that, hey, it's you never know what you're going to get on a day-to-day basis. All right, time for the good stuff. We ran this report. This was March 23rd to April 24th, so 31 days. I made a 10-day one, right? And everybody's, why don't you do a month? 10 days don't make sense. Well, if you just time 10 by 3, you get 30 days, which is basically a month. But here we are doing a monthly one. But I like doing these every once in a while. I'm not one to like push numbers, but it is good to have like a concrete slap in the face sometimes of what's possible and kind of, you know, what I'm doing, right? Kind of holds me accountable. Don't watch my channel if I'm not making money. Why the heck would you watch somebody or listen to somebody who's not making money or actually in the trenches? So I guess it's good to kind of do these every once in a while. So we're going to pop it up here. You're going to see this is the overall monthly breakout. You will never see this page anywhere, right? We had this gentleman on the podcast, Paul. He was part-time reselling books. Super nice older gentleman. Dude was an Excel wizard. He developed this whole spreadsheet for himself and kind of let a few of us, you know, use it. And it's amazing. It still works to this day. And I hope Paul's doing well out there. I haven't talked to him in a while. He retired, so he took a step back. So we got our monthly breakout. Everything you see here, you have your order count, right? We had 548 orders in that month. Total sales was $10,600. Average order, $19.29. $19.29 might not seem like a lot, right? If you really think about it, people try to say shoot for a 20 ASP. I think the ASP you can get away with lower on Amazon because it's not much work, right? If this was an eBay business, this would be grindy, right? 548 orders. You had to pick and pack on eBay in a month. Average sales price of $19.29. That's a grindy eBay business. But Amazon, that is not the case, right? You all know, 20 hours a week. I mean, I got the storage unit now basically just to act like I'm some kind of cool YouTube reseller because I have a storage unit and my occasional bulk pickups from libraries and from other, you know, people. But 20 hours a week, this is it. These are my actual numbers. I'm not in this every single day, eating, sleeping, breathing at the thrift stores, scanning 45,000 trillion items. Everything just gotta be scanning, gotta be reselling mentality. It's not me. I can make a lot of money doing this a lot of time. This took years to kind of develop processes, understand my routes, build relationships, so on and so on. But this could be your future. This could be anybody's future. And you don't have to do 20 hours a week. You can do 40 hours a week. I just prefer to spend less time, make more money. If you're going to spend more time and make more money, that's fine. But don't spend more time and make less money than me, right? If you're out there and you're working over 20 hours a week and you're not hitting these types of numbers, then maybe you need to take a step back and say, hey, what the hell is this guy doing different than me? Because why am I working more than he is and I'm making less? That's kind of the whole kind of thing I want to push in your face is like, hey, if I'm working more than this guy, selling media, right? Then why am I not making the same amount he is? It's the whole point of my channel, right? Get you educated. All right, so the average order was $19.29. Not too shabby, right? That's basically a 50-50 split. We might get a little bit more than Amazon. So when something sells for $19.29, usually it's like a $10, $9 split. Depends if it's a book, CD, or DVD, but it's a good spot to be in. I got no complaints about that ASP. I'll take it for the rest of the year. Refunds. How many refunds? 21 refunds. So on 548 orders, we had 21 refunds that month. The refund amount was $400 in total, and the refund percentage was 3.83%. So the percentage of orders to refunds, my refund's only 3.83. Under 5%, you take it all day long. With Amazon, all these crazies returning stuff, that's a good return rate, like 3.83. I'll take that for the whole year as well. And then you also see we have the turn rate here, how much of your inventory you're selling. 18.69%, not too shabby. We like to be at 20%. That's the ideal mark for media. 18, I got no complaints yet again. The stuff I'm sending is selling. I'm sending in desirable items. I'm pricing my items correctly so they sell. This all checks out, right? This is kind of what I would want your business to look like. Even if you're not doing over 10K a month, just having an understanding of, okay, well, I'm doing 5K, so it should look like half of this, but the turn rate should stay the same, but I should have half the refunds. And then also on this, you kind of see it's got a banded sale breakout, right? It shows you how much dollars come from each specific sales price range, right? So we sold $3,100 of items from $0 to $15. We sold $4,000 of items priced between $15 and $25. We sold $2,000 in items priced between $25 and $50. We sold $300 in items priced between $50 and $100. And then we sold, what do we got there? $300 in items priced above $300 to $1,000. So that's kind of the overall look at the spreadsheet when I log in and I update all my information. But you gotta know more than that, right? I can't just give you that and you're like, well, who cares, dude? How much money did you make? Because the whole scam on Amazon is, look at my bars, I'm gonna be a billionaire. I sold $3 trillion, right? It's I want you guys to see how much profit I made. What do the fees look like on Amazon? So I have the full breakdown of all the fees that came out of our $10,000 in sales. So let's get to that page. All right. Expenses. The lovely, lovely fees that scare everybody away from Amazon because Amazon takes all your money. Well, listen, at the end of the day, if you're just slapping a label on an item, no customer service, no shipping to customers. I mean, all you eBay sellers out there, I'm talking to you. Come. Amazon life is a lot easier and you can make a lot more money because you can process items a lot faster, even with higher fees, right? All right, expenses. Selling fees. This is your FBA selling fees, your merchant fulfilled selling fees. $2,487.35 from the FBA selling fees, right? So basically $2,500. Transaction fees. I mean, this is like, they nickel and dime you. It's like a different line item for everything. So then you got your transaction fees. $2,393.54. So roughly $2,400. And then shipping fees, right? That's what we pay when we're sending our boxes off to Amazon. We paid $150.89 over that time period. It's just your UPS labels. You could ship a 50-pound box of books to Amazon for like $10. It's super cheap. Then we also have inventory fees. This is kind of a good one to kind of look at. Storage fees. I got around 2,500 items. How much you pay a month to store 2,500 items? $34.42. That's nothing. I mean, come on. If I could tell you you're an eBay seller, even if you're doing FBM, if you could just get rid of everything and just send it somewhere and pay under $50 a month for them to store it, that's a no-brainer. That's all I'm saying. Get on this FBA train while you can before the train leaves the station for good. Long-term storage fees. These are items that have been in the warehouse over 6 months. $12.42. Drop in the bucket. I think I have a few hundred items that I need to get rid of. Some items are worth letting sit there for a little bit longer. Since the fees are so minimal, you really don't have to worry about it. Then I got my disposal fees at $1.04 and my FBA return fees. If it's an item I want to get sent back, the customer says they damaged it, right? Get it sent back to you. If it's profitable, you can just send it in again. It's always in working condition. It's just the customer and then the employee at the Amazon warehouse said, nah, you can't resell this. So the fees, not too shabby, right? So now you're probably thinking, well, what do we got after the fees? After the fees, we have our net income. So off the $10,500, the net income that gets paid out to me during that month was $5,603.40. So as you can see, it's about half, right? 50-50. I'm actually getting a little bit more in this month compared to 50-50. It's closer to, 55-45. No problems with this, but I do want to say this, right? This doesn't include my buy cost. So we sold 548 items. My buy cost is right around 78 cents a piece. So let's do that. 75 cents times 548 is $411. So when we go back and we actually look at the number, the profit is $5,600, but minus our 400. So we basically made $5,200 after fees, after our buy cost, 20 hours a week. This is the possibility that is in front of you today. There's nothing stopping you from signing up for Amazon. There's nothing stopping you from ramping up your business, building relationships, getting smarter about sourcing, getting faster about processes, cutting down on the time you're spending in your business. 80 hours a week, we said what, 5,200, well, 80 hours a month, 4 weeks in a month, 20 hours a week, $5,200. We're gonna find out how much I made after fees and buy costs per hour. So 5,200 divided by 80, $65 an hour. I don't know what's comparable at $65 an hour, like what kind of profession. But $65 an hour after everything. I mean, yeah, you got to factor in your software. That'll knock you down another, it's close to 60 bucks an hour, I guess I should say, after your software costs. And maybe your supplies, the cheap, knockoff labels that I use in the Dymo and everything. But I wanted to make this video to show you guys it's not bullshit, right? It's not like I sit here and try to pitch something that isn't happening or not going on and selling on Amazon, you're going to get banned. I've been doing this for years. There's a risk with any business, but you have to be willing to take risk if you want to go anywhere in life, right? I think back to when I lived down in Philly and I got laid off from Toys R Us, and I actually moved out of the city on my unemployment money because I knew, hey, I'm going to be able to find a new job. I'm not currently working, so I have the time to move. And I never looked back from that point. It's a risk you have to, at some point in your reselling career, you can't keep doing this. Oh, I guess I'm going to be a reseller. I guess I got a list today. I guess like the Eeyore syndrome. Hi guys, welcome back to another Amazon sucks, eBay sucks video. No, get out of that. Take some risks. Start betting on yourself. It's not meant for everybody, right? I'm not here to tell you that everybody's going to succeed doing this. But I just showed you the possibilities of over $50 an hour, 20 hours a week. I mean, even if you're working full time, because I know when I was working full time and I was trying to build my reselling business, when I was all in on eBay, selling everything I could, I was putting in close to 20 hours a week. Sure, the $5,000 in profit might not be enough for you, but hey, I left you plenty of time in the week to make a whole lot more damn money, right? So if you're like, $5,000 doesn't even cover my mortgage. I live next to Tom Cruise in the Beverly Hills. Okay, well, I just gave you an extra 40 hours a week you could possibly work, right? I'm doing this 20 hours a week. Super transparent about that. But why work more if you don't have to, right? I can live comfortably off of this money. I can put money into savings. I can put money into the down payment for the house. I better damn get soon because I'm tired of walking up the steps, but I'm not buying no rat-infested house for the exuberant amounts of money they want to have out here on the market because of the market. And I can focus on other parts of my business, right? This isn't the only thing I do. I told you guys, I'm in the Discord. We got weekly calls. I got a lot of moving pieces. I got the Amazon influencer program. I got so many different pieces. I helped Deb in her business, right? Like I'm out of fingers already. So I thought to myself, a year and a half ago, how can I get smarter? How can I work less? But you can't work less and make less. That's the big takeaway. I don't want you to be like, well, I'm going to cut my hours back to 20 like Mike, and I'm magically just going to start making more money. This was a year and a half of experimenting, seeing what worked, understanding my sources, understanding the opportunities right in front of me, getting, library relationships, getting thrift store backroom access. This is how you win in this game. It doesn't have to be the grind and then you quit and then that's it. And you lose out on this the opportunity to make tens of thousands of dollars. And it's really not hard work. Listen, the hard work is lifting the books and doing the pickups and doing the buys. Sourcing 2 days a week is nothing. Labeling and throwing in a box to Amazon is nothing, right? I just sit there on my computer. I got text podcasts playing in my ear, scan, throw it in the box after I put a little stupid label on it, and off it goes. That's why I want everybody to be in on this Amazon gravy train. Great, Mike, I'm a member, and now you're telling everybody to start selling on Amazon. They're going to destroy the market. There's plenty to go around for everybody. It's going to do it for the video. I ain't got nothing else for you. Those are my numbers. It's not BS. If you're wondering where you can get that spreadsheet, DebsAndMarieStudio.com. I'm just kidding. You can't get that spreadsheet no more. It's off the market. Only I can have it. But yeah, Deb sells cat and dog toys. DebsAndMarieStudio.com. Over 13,000 sales on Etsy. She's got her own Shopify store. She's the reason I got into this game, right? She's sitting at home making dog toys and I'm scrubbing toilets at CVS. So that's gonna do it for the video. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more usable videos. Bye-bye.